So I am back, and if you guys have uh noticed, I've been out for like a hot minute. Um so, Josanne, I got your tip. Thank you. So, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. You will be first on the list. But I just want to say hi to you guys. It's been so long. I have been staycationing up with my mom for the month of August while also vacationing from her house to visit some friends and just do some nice getaways because it's been like a year since I've gotten the chance to get away. So, Mariah, because I am lame and still have not figured out how to create a queue, I just keep tracking the in the chat. So, yeah, I will just I kind of actually I usually have a little notebook, but I don't have it with me right now. So, it's okay. Well, thank you, Josanne. I hope I'm saying that right, Josanne. So yeah, Mariah, basically what I'll have you guys do is tippers will get first dibs, and then everybody else just put join in the chat just so I know like what to scroll through so I can keep track of everyone, and then I'll say your name and you can just go ahead and state your question. Awesome. I'm glad I said your name right. Thank you for the tip, Gigi. So before we get started, I just kind of wanted to like chat with you guys. I don't think you guys saw my last live, but I am pulling out my new tarot deck. I've been using it for a while and I just love it. It's so pretty. I can't wait to use it for you guys and break it out for everyone. Thank you so much for the like and subscribe, Jane. So how are you guys doing today? How's your Friday? And for those of you in the States, are you guys getting ready for some good eats this weekend? Because I know I am. I am doing a fish fry and a seafood boil. And we're going to have some like fun sides and stuff like that. And I wanted to show you guys some goodies I got while I was away in Colorado. Let me pull them up. I don't know if any of you guys use copal, like the resin that you burn over the coal. Oh, I love copal, and I got this whole little baggie for like $2.15. Oh, such a great deal. And then I got some red brick dust. I had some weird issues with my house while I was away, so I plan to up my protection wards. And I got this cool guy here. I got a little crow's foot. I'm going to charm it and hopefully add it to my bone collection. Yeah, so also if anybody is in the path of Ida, I hope you guys are safe and your families are safe and all of that. So, hey, Athena. How have you been? I have been good. Thank you. All right. So, Josanne, I have your question here. How does Shakis feel about you right now? Hopefully I said his or her name right. All right. I see a few joins in the chat. Yeah, you can totally join. Just go ahead and put join in the chat. I'm going to scroll through and just kind of mark everybody off. And yeah, we'll just get started. So I'm going to just warm up the deck and chat a little bit with you guys while I do that. And then I will go ahead and switch screens and get started with the first question. Yay, I am saying names right today. Usually I'm so bad with names. It's horrible. And also, as you guys prep for the weekend, hope you had a good week as well. All right. Let me just... Okay, so how does Shakis feel about Josanne? Okay, let's switch cameras here. So you got the Sun, which is a really great card. It's a card about celebration and happiness and warmth. And that means this person really just, when he thinks of you or when he looks at you or when he's around you, he's just really happy. And that's just a great vibe to have. And it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to do anything romantic like at the moment, but the relationship or the bond you guys are building together is really good. So this is really great energy, Josanne, and I hope that makes you happy. All right. Next up, I'm gonna leave this here for a second while I skim through. So Gigi tipped, so she gets to skip the queue, and she will be next. So go ahead and put your question in chat, Gigi. And then after that, I have Mariah, and I'll do 3. Mariah, Jane, and Destiny. So you 3, go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I will get to you just in the order that you post them. And then we will go from there. Oh, he's an ex. That's interesting. So in saying that, that means that he might not have ever been over you, or maybe he regretted the breakup. But he's actually really just he's happy when he thinks of you. Athena, girl, no. One day I'm gonna learn Twitch and you guys are gonna be blown away, but that day is not today. So the commands don't work. I don't have a join command, let's put it that way. Sorry. All right, general reading for Gigi, and I see the other questions in the chat. General reading for Gigi. Ooh, that was weird. So this deck is interesting. It doesn't really jump out. So, ooh, 6 of Swords. So you are in the process of leaving behind old baggage. You're like leaving all of the negativity behind and moving on to, usually the 6 of Swords, since you're leaving behind baggage, means that you're moving on to greater and better things. So this is just mental, like you're mentally finally just ready to put things behind you and move forward. Yeah. Good job. Okay, so Mariah asks, how will it go when you and G meet in October? Ooh, exciting. Okay. How will it go when Mariah and G meet in October? Woo. Butterfingers don't count. Let's do that again. There we go. Nice shuffle. So you got the moon in reverse. So I think when you guys meet, will this be the first time you guys are meeting? I think there's going to be a little bit of like awkwardness, but the moon in reverse can also be really good, right? Because when you meet people, you kind of have an image in your mind. So you're gonna have to get over that a little bit at first. You're gonna have that hump to get over, and then I think it will start to level out. So it's kind of like the nature of the beast. But yeah, the moon card's not bad. It just means that it's just not gonna be like all sunshine and rainbows at first. So let me fix this real quick. There we go. So yeah, I think, just kind of getting over that first hurdle of meeting someone, that weird like awkwardness. If you're anything like me, you're just like, oh, what do I talk about? What do I do with my hands? But yeah, that's that is your reading. So Athena, you can go ahead. You were next-ish in the queue anyway, so go ahead and put your question in. All right, so Sweet Pea says, let's see. Hold on one second. This is why I need my handy dandy notebook. Okay, so Sweet Pea says, what am I currently manifesting? Four of Wands in reverse. So, you actually, let me double check that. Fun fact, I am working on expanding my horizons for reversals. So sometimes I just have to check just because I still doubt myself and I probably shouldn't. But I just don't want to lead you guys astray when I'm doing my readings, you know? Let's see here. Who set this guidebook up? It is very... Okay, there we go. Okay, so basically when you get the Four of Wands in reverse, that is good. So even though it's reversed, it's a good thing. You're basically I don't want to say outsider. It's more of like you're starting to think outside of the box. You're like busting open and starting to be yourself, and you're basically building self-confidence. I feel like this is a really self-confident card, and you're just finally starting to manifest that self-confidence. Okay. So next I have Jane, and then I will do Jin Jin. I love that name. So I have Jane Smith, Jin Jin, and then... And Athena, I'm sorry you're having like problems. Is it like lag or something? And then Destiny. I will do you next. So you three next. Let me just scroll through. Sweet Pea, you're so right. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, being an engineer, I don't like to be anything less than perfect, but I know perfect doesn't exist. So sometimes I just have to realize like I'm expanding my horizons and it's okay to double check these things. But, you know, that whole seeking perfection thing is strong. All right. So Jane asks, how does B feel about me? Let's see how B feels about Jane. You have Temperance in reverse. Let me look that one up. I really love this Temperance card. It's really like abstract art. It almost looks like, I'm gonna bring it closer. It kind of reminds me of like a haunted tree in a forest kind of thing. It's just really beautiful. So this actually is more, I think, about you, and I think I'll pull another card just in case, because Temperance in reverse is really about like how you're feeling. I don't think this applies to B. It doesn't give me that vibe. And it's about being like emotionally overwhelmed, especially with like love. It can also apply to career and money, but in obviously this case is a relationship issue. And also, so is B an X? I'm just curious. Oh gosh, you're a Gemini, Athena. My best friend Gigi, she's in the chat lurking somewhere. She's also a Gemini, and then my mom is a Gemini, but I am a Taurus sun, so that's been fun. I have to put up with them. So, I also pulled this King of Swords, which I feel like Jane, I don't really see anything. I don't see healthy emotions in these cards. So I don't know if this is like an ex who you just didn't really end things well and you're wondering if you should restart things. Like, I think he's like thinking about it, but it doesn't seem like a healthy way to think about it, if that means it almost borderlines like obsession or possessiveness. So I would be careful about this B. Be careful about this B. Okay, Jinjin wants to know, how does D feel for Jinjin? So how does D feel for Jinjin? See, Athena, the fun of having cats is I never have to talk to myself. I always have someone to talk to. How does D feel about Jinjin? Ooh, Knight of Chalices. So the Knights are all about action, and Cups are about emotion. So he is someone who might not necessarily be romantically mature, but he is someone who is interested in you. So basically what I mean by that is maybe don't rush into the relationship, even though things might seem like hot and heavy and stuff like that, just because it just needs some time to mature before you get to that point. But, you know, the knight can very easily grow into a king. So that's really cool. Jinjin. So yeah, it worries me getting Temperance in reverse and the King of Swords there with this X. I personally would not recommend you guys going like forward too quickly. Basically saying take baby steps and see how things go. Test the waters. Yeah, you're totally welcome. Athena, I feel like okay, I got you, girl. Sorry. All right, let's do Athena's question. She wants to know about her future partner. And I'm sorry, Athena. I hope you go by she, her. If not, let me know. So, tell me about Athena's future partner. And when I say that, I mean like personality characteristics, just so you know. Athena's future partner. I'm gonna pull two. For whatever reason, these cards were sort of like stuck together when I cut the deck. So you have the Nine of Swords. I'm gonna scoot that up so you can see it. And the High Priestess. So this is interesting because the Nine of Swords is usually about being really overwhelmed mentally, and usually you have a lot of demons in some sort of way, usually in relationships that manifests itself as some sort of baggage. Maybe you're carrying with you some old issues from previous relationships or past traumas and stuff like that. So I feel like in the person that you're going to meet in the future, you should be wary of that about each other. I don't think it's just you, actually. So and it's funny too, because people tend to attract like people, so that would not be a good mix. But what's really good is you have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is really about connecting with yourself spiritually. And if you are in hey Swag, thanks for the follow. So connecting with yourself spiritually, and basically, I don't like to say enlightenment, but more so just going along the path and growing in some kind of way. So for me, like that would be witchcraft. For you, it could be witchcraft or meditation or therapy or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I think these cards aren't really about your partner. These are about what you need to do in order to get there. So let me pull one more card so I can get a clarifier now that we kind of have that. I totally understand. So that's the good thing. That means you're like putting in the work to get there. Let's see. Future partner. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like I should stop pulling cards because this is really about people disappointing you. And I'm trying to think of how to say this without it sounding so bleak, and I don't mean it to sound this way, you know. I think that you will probably be meeting someone that might disappoint you. And it's kind of like, you know, yeah, bring it on, right? Like, what can you do? Lane, yeah, so you can totally be added to the list. Just, I think the queue died down a little. Lovity, hi! It is so nice to see your username. So, yeah, just go ahead and put join in the chat, Lane, and I will call out your name. You can put your question in the chat, and I will get your reading. Same for you, Swag. Hey, Merc. I know, Athena, I hate that. I wanted this to be all cups and like all kings for you, but the struggle. And just because it, you know, it's bad with this, like maybe next person, it doesn't mean it will be bad forever. I know, right? Sometimes you just have to be like, you know what? All right, universe, I got it. Bring it on. What can you do, right? So, Lane, just if you I have you in the queue, so I'll just call your name when it's your turn. So Lovity, go ahead and put your question in the chat, and then Swag, you will be next, and then Lane. Oh, and I feel like I didn't tell you guys, this deck is actually the Prisma Visions Tarot. It's and it's really cool. It has this like extra card called the Tiny Elephants. So I've slowly been trying to, you know, determine what I think that card wants itself to be. Hey, Lexi. All right, so I have Lovity's question in the chat. So Swag, go ahead and put your question in, and same for you, Lane. You guys can go ahead and post your questions. Aw, thank you, Lexi. I'm sure you are too. All of you guys are probably beautiful. Hey, Hippie, how are you doing? I'm good. All right, let's do Lovity's reading. R's feelings towards Lovity. You got the King of Chalices in reverse. So this person really likes you, but I think they're a little unsure of how to deal with it. So they are, it's interesting because kings are really usually mature. So what it is this person might just be shy. And, you know, shyness doesn't mean you're immature. I just mean like the relationship, once it happens, or if it happens, would be a really nice, stable relationship. It just will take a little while to break through that wall of getting to that point. But the good news is they have really good feelings toward you. It was actually really quick and easy. Dang, Merc, you want me to put my whole business out there? I'm kidding. I am a Taurus sun and Pisces moon rising. I think my gosh, I think my Mars is in Gemini. Let me see. So while I look this up, Lexi, go ahead and put your question in the chat. Let's see, who else do we have? Oh, Lane, make sure you put your question in the chat. And yeah, Iceman, go ahead and put your question in the chat. I got you too, Hippie. You will be after that group. Swag, sure, totally got your question. Don't worry, I didn't miss you. All right, let me see. So I am looking up I know my big three. I just always forget what my Venus is in Gemini and my Mars is in Aquarius. I am not good with astrology, so I don't all the way know what that means. And I've looked it up multiple times and can't remember. Also, Lovity, I hope you really liked that message. It was really positive. Let's see. All right, let's do Swag next. Swag says, Swag has a close friend and was wondering what she thinks of Swag. You've known her for a while and you've reconnected not long ago. So let's see how your close friend feels. Ooh, there we go. One more. I was just talking about this card, so I'm gonna pull one more just because that card is still ambiguous to me. This is a special card. It is the King of Chalices is just coming up a lot. So this is a special card. It's just a unique extra card to the deck, so it's not a traditional tarot card. And it also doesn't have a meaning. So basically what I've been doing is trying to let its meaning present itself to me. So what I have been gathering is this card is about wisdom and the path to wisdom. So in reverse, I think what is going on is you guys are on a journey of reconnecting. And I see a little bit of a crush happening. So what's funny is the King of Chalices can be about like romance, or it could be about crushes and stuff like that. And in this case, because of the pairing of these two cards, I feel like the King is really about just knowing that you guys have matured over the years. You guys are reconnecting and you are just relearning your dynamic together, but you're enjoying it, or you will enjoy it. So that is really exciting, especially when I don't know if you're like me, Swag, but like when I run into old friends, I'm always nervous. I'm like, what if they don't like me anymore? Sir, Lexi, I will try. So let's just pull a timing card and see what we get. So timing, this is a quick clarification for you guys. All right, let's see here. So, Six of Cups, I will say that a few months, like not maybe towards 3 to 6 months. I'm still a little new on timing, so you'll have to report back in 3 to 6 months whether this is accurate or not. But the good news is this is the Six of Chalices. So that is really good in the sense that like sixes are about the journey, and you know, cups are relationships. So you're basically going along this journey with this person. Okay, so let me check the chat and see what you guys are chatting about. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Oh no, I totally did. Okay. Oh, and guys, since it's the holiday weekend, let me know what you guys are doing for the weekend. I know some of the people that were here earlier. I was saying I am doing a fish fry and a seafood boil, so I'm very excited about that. We are pulling out, and I say we because like my mom is a really good cook, and I'll never get too old for my mom's cooking, so she is gonna be pulling together some good old fish fry probably tomorrow. All right. Iceman. All right, you're up. Let's see. So you've been chatting with a girl on the app and you want to know how it will go and what will happen. Okay. How will it go with the girl you're chatting with and what will happen? Oh, goodness. Let's do one more good shuffle. There we go. You got the Ace of Wands. It's actually really exciting when you're meeting someone new. Wands are about passion and action, and you know, if whenever you guys meet in person, I think it'll just kind of like be a spark. It'll be just a really great connection. You guys will have a really great like in-person meeting. I don't like to call it first meetings because, you know, online people, we're still meeting, right? But yeah, so the aces are about beginnings. So you're going to be starting this new journey, and it's really exciting to be starting something that, you know, has a lot of fire under it. Wands are really big fire energy. Let's see. Ooh, Hippie wants to know signs from his or her guides. What signs should he or she look out for? Oh, that's a cool question. I like that one. Yeah, Iceman. That's really good energy to have. So I hope it goes really well. You're so welcome, Lexi. Lane, you're gonna work through the weekend? No. Yeah, I have a buddy who is also working. He works in a hospital, and he's doing his like residency and stuff, so he's always working, and he's working this weekend as well. Ooh, so Lane asks, oh, and thank you for the follow, Daisy. I love your name too, Daisy Lane. So Hippie, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that reading. By the way, I realized I moved on without saying anything. Okay, so let's do Lane next. All right, she wants to know, what can I see with her finances in the next 3 months? You set a few goals and you want to see what's coming. Okay. Lane's finances in the next 3 months. Nine of Chalices in reverse. I'm going to look that one up. Nine of Cups is usually about like harmony and bliss. And I think being in reverse, there's a little bit of imbalance there. And I think what happens, what my gut is telling me, and I just want to check before, you know, I move on, is that you might be a little disappointed, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. So, Yeah, so in reverse, basically what it is delays. So maybe you're hoping in the next 3 months to have these things manifest and have your goals start to come to fruition. But um, I think that there's going to be some delays, and there's basically going to be a little disappointment because of that. And I think one of the suggestions for Nine of Cups reversed is to refocus a little bit. And sometimes, usually when we have goals, what that means is to not change your goals, but to set different goals within the ultimate goal, if that makes sense. Oh, your checks are coming up short. Oh man, I totally understand how that feels, right? It almost makes you feel a little like desperate whether you need the money or not. It's just like, I just don't like when things don't add up. It can be very frustrating. So Daisy, or if anybody else is lurking, you guys can go ahead and join the queue. Just go ahead and put join in the chat. But holy crap, that cannot be legal. I hope that you totally get that back, because we work too hard nowadays, and especially what with the pandemic and everything, we cannot be losing money because prices are only going up. Rent's only going up. Food is only going up. So I feel for you. Okay, well, that is good that they say that. So they might give you something, and it might not quite be exactly what you're expecting. And I think maybe that's kind of what the Nine of Cups is alluding to, is that usually it's not complete disappointment. It's just like the needs are not met. Okay. But I'm rooting for you. I'm putting out those good vibes for you, and hopefully the universe listens. Maybe it's a good time to do a quick little money spell, or if you have a money bowl, update it, which I'm like staring at mine and I need to do. Hey Tanya. Hey Pookie. Okay, so Pookie, I'm gonna use my yes no coin for that. You just want to know if your plants love you back. Woo, bad flip. Oh, it says no. So, I feel like, I don't know, maybe because I could be projecting a little bit, and I'll pull some cards for you too. Because if you're like me, I just came back from like a month-long vacation, so they were on the struggle bus a little bit when I got back. So maybe it's just projection. Let's see. I don't like to do yes no with my tarot cards, but we'll see what we get. Yeah, I will take that as a no. But let's look up Death in Reverse. The Death card isn't necessarily a bad card, but yeah, so it mentions like shock and stress. So I think your plants might be a little stressed out. So give them a little extra loving, tender care, all of that. Let me put this back over here. Tanya, so go ahead, put your question in the chat. Also, let us know if you're doing anything fun for the weekend. I pulled out my pendulum. I'm still working on pendulums. It's not my tool of choice, but I have a whole collection of pendulums, so I feel like I should start using them. I think this is the very first pendulum I ever bought. And if my bestie is still lurking in the chat, she was there when I bought it. This is a resin with infused pyrite and tourmaline. Oh, you have picky plants. I have, oh gosh, my mint, I feel like probably hates me right now. I really need to repot him and like clean out the roots, and he's just, I'm sure, choking in the pot that he's in. Okay, Tanya. Ooh, this is exciting. You're going to be making comics. I have a buddy that does comics. What will your art career be like? Okay, let's look into it. What will Tanya's art career be like? Ooh, nice. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is like the perfect card to get for something like this. I mean, there's a few perfect cards for this, but what's really cool about the Pentacles is about your finances and your career and, you know, all of that stuff. And Knights are about taking action and moving forward and just, you know, going full force ahead. And I think that's just what you need. And it's going to put a lot of fiery energy into your career that usually, you know the what is that phrase? You get what you put in. You get out what you put in. That's it. You get out what you put in. So I feel like you're just going to really just light a fire under your butt, and you're just really going to create a really great foundation for your career. So this actually really makes me feel really positive about you moving forward with this financially. Obviously, when you are doing stuff like that, you still have to, you know, cross your T's and dot your I's kind of thing. But, you know, that's all the boring stuff. And we all know everybody kind of has to do that. So as long as you have the passion for it, I think people will see that passion, which is so cool. I wish you luck. I will say that, so I do have a little small business myself, and even though I've kind of been on like a month-long hiatus, I still keep track of my other sellers. And August is just a hard month for that in general. You know, people, even though we're in September now, people are trying to finish up vacation, squeeze things in with their families before school. That's like where people do last minute moves. They're not really trying to spend things. But as we get into the fall and the holidays, that's when people want to buy so much. So I feel like if you set your foundations now, you're going to be really set come the next few months. But that being said, you still have to put in the work. Nights are all about putting into action. So doing things and actually getting your hands dirty. So that's just your little warning from Brittany. But that's so exciting. If you have an Instagram, go ahead and post it in the chat. All right, guys. Tanya, so just from one small business to another, I recommend that you join. I don't know if you're into like Facebook, but that is where I feel like the groups are the most conversational, and they talk about it all the time. There is a decline in purchases from May all the way through, I will say, September-ish. And then it ramps back up. You know, people are starting to prep for holidays, stuff like that, especially if you're in the States. And also then it gets cold, so people get bored in the house and they want to purchase stuff. And it's just a cycle. It's a circle of life. So I want to switch cameras real quick and just taking a quick break in between readings and chatting with you guys. So I got this new necklace. I should really change my camera angles when I do this, but I got this new necklace, and it is I can't remember the stone, but it's this really cool little arrowhead and has this little moon charm on it. I love it. And then when I went to Colorado, I got this really beautiful clear quartz pendant necklace. And actually, what's funny about this, I found this, I went to a little touristy tour of a local mine right outside of Denver, Colorado, and the owner of the shop there was pagan. So we totally hit it off. We were chit-chatting, and I was talking about crystals and how we were going to go to a metaphysical shop after that and blah, blah, blah. But so I just kind of wanted to show that off. Yeah, so you have plenty of time. You still have plenty of time, Tanya, to get stuff sorted out, just enjoy the process. It's supposed to be fun too, right? Thank you. They were really fun. I did splurge on some stuff over the weekend, and that was not, oh my God, that's 2 weekends ago. I don't know if you guys can hear my upstairs neighbors. I'm pretty sure they are body snatchers or something, and they turn into wildebeests when they get inside their homes. It's ridiculous. Hey, Amira, hopefully I said that right. Hi, Amira. So I was just reading your message. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Make sure you like and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on future lives. And no, I'm actually, Tanya, I'm really good at budgeting. So I budget really well for my vacations, and it was easy to budget for because I didn't get the chance to travel for over a year. So my travel budget was bursting at the seams, and I made the most of it. Oh, I don't think you were here either when I showed off my little crow's foot that I got at the metaphysical shop. I've been dying for a crow's foot. The only thing they didn't have, they were out of keys. I have this weird obsession with keys. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me do your reading, Amira. They are, right? They're so cool. I've been wanting one. I have a bone set. It's not out. I'm gonna switch cameras, but it's not out here because I've added a few pieces, and I kind of want to do some test readings before I bring it back to the live. Thank you so much for the sub, but maybe next time I'll do some bone readings. People on YouTube tend not to really go for that. They'd rather the pendulum tarot kind of thing going, but that's cool. Different strokes for different folks. All right, let's see. What is the connection between Amira and Luca? So you have a few questions in there, Amira. I am going to do what is the connection between you two. Ooh, you have the strength card. Because you asked a few questions, I'll go ahead and pull one more. You got the 9 of Pentacles. So the strength card actually is really good. I feel like it's kind of a literal answer, right? You're what is the connection between you two? Well, it's strong. But to give you a little more detail, there's I feel like strength is a really good balance of just a lot of things. Like there's a lot of resiliency there. There's patience, compassion, stuff like that. So it's a really good, obviously, if you're in a relationship with someone where you want to build a family with them, those are great values to have, right? And then you have the Nine of Pentacles and in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the reverse of this, so the reverse of the Nine of Pentacles is I feel like sometimes it's a little bit of overabundance, and perhaps I don't know how far you guys are actually into this relationship, but it could be like difficulties. Give me a second. I'm trying to word this right. You ever like know what you want to say, but you can't quite get it out? So I feel like Pentacles is a lot of times referred to money, but in terms of a family unit, Pentacles can represent your family. So I feel like you might have difficulties growing your family, and I'll admit I'm a little uncomfortable like going any further into detail than that, but I will say overall you guys have a really great connection. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got really uncomfortable. Yeah, so, but if you want any clarifications, I know that was a little awkward, so feel free to ask. Whew, that has never happened. Usually I'm like good with stuff, but that one just kind of threw me through a loop a little bit. Oh, and guys, if you want some cool, like, behind the scenes of stuff and just other, like, really cool photos of things, you know, follow me on my social medias. Follow me on Instagram, and you can join my like and follow my Facebook page. Sorry, I can never remember what's subscribe, which ones follow, which ones like, which ones, you know, double tap. You're welcome, Amira. And I'm sorry that was so awkward. So, I've been showing off stuff this whole live since we have some downtime. Oops. Wait, you saved the guy on Instagram? What do you mean? Hey, Butterfly. Oh, I'm happy to see another familiar username. So I got this set of like fairy lights that have amethyst stones on them from my last witchy subscription box. It's so cool, guys. I totally want to redo my setup now just because of this. Like, should I add these to my live, or is this too much? Oh. Wait. Are you talking, Amira, are you talking about the guy that we just did the reading on? Thank you. I'm easily amused by stuff, so I really want to change my little setup here, just make it a little more. Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure, Amira, that I was like tracking what you were saying, just because I wanted to make sure you weren't replying to something I said separately. But yeah, you know, I'm curious to see how things go with you guys in my area. I wish you guys a lot of luck. So butterfly, the queue has, like, I've gone through the queue, so if you have questions, go ahead and post it in the chat. And otherwise, I'm just showing off some cool stuff that I got over my past, like, vacations and stuff like that. Ooh, I feel like I should show you guys my new Book of Shadows. I have not seen you since I've gotten it. So, yeah, hold on one sec. I'm gonna grab it. Let's switch cameras. All right, look at this guy. Look at this behemoth. And it's really cool. You can see the pages are all, like, old and, like, grizzled. I'm not going to show you the inside, obviously, but for those of you that were here earlier and I told you I was obsessed with keys, I'm obsessed with keys. It's just so cool too. And let me see if I can, which side should I do? Yeah, so I have small hands, but you can see the size of this by my hand. It is a nice big book, and it will take a long time for me to fill, and I'm excited. So if you want to see some, I do share sometimes some of the spells I put in my Book of Shadows, especially the ones that are more generic. I got you, butterfly. So if you guys want to see some of those, like, behind the scenes or little sneak peeks inside my Book of Shadows, make sure to follow me on Instagram. All right, general reading for butterfly. I'm gonna pull one more for you. All right, switch the screens back. All right, so the first card we got was the Two of Swords. I know, I've been staycationing with my mom while also vacationing for basically the month of August, so I just kind of took a little break. Work was really stressful, and even though I enjoy doing this, mentally it was starting to get a lot, so I just kind of needed some downtime, regroup, and come back just ready to go. Even though things were still stressful at work, the break was still really, really helpful. I was just feeling a little burnt out, really. But I'm happy to see some old faces. I saw Lovity earlier, and then I saw a few of my Twitch family. But yeah, anyways, I digress. So, have you been, like, struggling with some options lately? Like, you haven't been, you're not sure, like, what path to take, I guess. So you've been thinking about it a lot. It's been weighing on you. And I feel like maybe this is because of a person. So I'm looking up the 10, you have the 10 of Cups reversed here. And it's interesting because I feel like you've been thinking really hard about this, and I think it is about, like, a person or a relationship that you had with someone that just isn't going the way that you want it to, and you just can't work your way out of it. You can't, what's the word, rationalize or reconcile a way to make it better. So I feel like that's just been, like, on your mind a lot lately. And it could be also too, it could be also that you're, you have some changes that are happening in a relationship that you're not sure how to reconcile. And I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to see, like, a follow-up energy for that. Ooh, you got the Justice card. So, which is funny because the Justice card is about the outcome of the decisions that you make. And I feel like, when you get the Justice card, you just kind of have to be okay with the outcome of the choices that you've made. It's almost like, I guess you could call it like sort of karma. I don't really believe in karma in the way that people believe in karma, but, just basically things balancing out. And eventually you're going to get to a point where things balance out. You just have to commit to something, which is the hard part, right? Like it's the committing to an action or a decision or a thing or a person or a place or anything really that is hard. As someone who does not like to commit to stuff, I'm telling you to don't be like me. And Butterfly, I appreciate that. It is getting better at work. It's just busy, and I think next week will be interesting, and then after that, I'm going to consider it smooth sailing. Yeah, you are. So if you're like that, you just got to get to the point where you have to understand that, okay, you're going to make a decision. It might be a little rocky for a little bit, but in the end, everything's going to balance out. And as someone who is bad at that, I understand the apprehension in doing it. Believe me, I'm there with you. Yeah, for sure. Highs and lows are like just a part of life, right? So you just kind of have to take the lows with the highs and vice versa. But I guess, if it weren't for highs and lows, we wouldn't have roller coasters. Oh, thank you, Butterfly. And it's so good to see you. See your username on my chat. I also have been asking people, since we are coming up to the holiday weekend, are you doing anything fun? And for anybody still watching and is curious about this deck, this is a new deck called it's not a new deck, it's new to me. This is the 6th edition of the Prisma Visions Tarot. It's really nice. I did a little walkthrough on my channel, so if you're curious, just check out my last video. But the only thing I didn't like too much was the guidebook. It was a little like flowery and not informative. So, but I am gonna have some friends over. We're gonna do a little fish fry seafood boil. So I'm getting my stomach ready. I am super excited because Mom came down and she's cooking for me, and it's always a good time when that happens. Hey Ben, how's it going? So if you want a reading, Ben, go ahead, put your question in the chat. And I think, ooh, Butterfly, that is difficult. Very difficult. For tarot, what's interesting is I've been really enjoying my Game of Thrones tarot, which is I never thought I would like a pop culture deck, but I really like it. It has a really nice vibe, pretty even keel. This one's pretty even keel, but I feel like my favorite deck in the sense that I know I'm always going to get the answer that I need to hear will be my Wild Unknown deck. It's just always going to tell me what I need to know. It's not going to sugarcoat things, and that's kind of why I don't use it on the lives anymore. Ben, yeah, everything is going well with me. Okay, so you want to know what's going to go on, what your Scorpio's intentions are, and what will happen. Yeah. Butterfly, do you do readings? If so, do you have a favorite deck? The only thing I don't like about this deck is, like, I haven't been using it that long, and you see, like, the foiling is already getting, like, chipped all along here. It's kind of the nature of the beast of foiling. It is what it is, but just saying. All right, so what are Scorpio's intentions with Ben, and what will happen? I have a Rider-Waite as well. So you got the Four of Pentacles, Ben. 1 second and I'll read for you. I actually really like my Rider-Waite in the sense that it is a good teacher. So it doesn't give me the answer. It will give me what I need to come up with the answer. And I think that my Rider-Waite deck makes me a better reader. But I don't like using it for other people, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry. I was shortening your username. So thank you, Donna, for correcting me. Oh my, Butterfly. First of all, that's literally like rule number 1 of tarot. Don't do that. You're not supposed to reshuffle. I see why you come to my lives. Okay, that tickled me pink. Oh my gosh, that is just so funny. I have some buddies that do the same thing, so that's why it's just so, it cracks me right up. Okay, so, Donna, your Scorpio is, I think a little insecure about things, and I don't know if it's because it's hard to, let me pull another card because it's sometimes hard to tell. Ooh, this one dropped right over. Yeah. 9 of Swords reversed. Let me look that one up. 9 of Swords is usually also more so in your head. So there's a lot of like mental blockages this guy has to kind of overcome. So yeah, so 4 of Pentacles is about insecurity, and the 9 of Swords reversed is basically dealing with like emotional stresses. So that can be anything like stress, or not stress, guilt, grief, stuff like that. So he has a lot of like baggage that he needs to overcome before anything good would happen between you two. Hey, thank you for the follow, Janihio. I'm pretty sure I screwed that up. Yeah, but so I don't think his intentions are good or bad. I think that he is just a little lost within himself. I don't think he's in really any position to make sound decisions. So I don't see really intent there. I think it's more of a state of being that's going on. Leah, thank you for the like and subscribe. Hey, good evening. I'm gonna call you DJ. I hope that I hope that's okay. Donna, yeah, I'm glad that resonated with you. And thank you so much for the subscribe. Leah, no, the list is not long. We have a little like downtime, so what I can do is I have you next. I just finished up Donna's reading. So I could do you. Go ahead and put your question in the chat, and then I will get you, DJ. So actually, both of you go ahead, put your questions in the chat, and I will get you guys next. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to create an actual queue, but we'll see. DJ, that's fine. You've had a few work, finance, career questions earlier on. Not a problem. So, my thing. Okay, so I don't like to do yes or no's with my tarot. So I'm going to flip my coin, and then depending on the answer, if you want me, if it's a no, I will go into more detail. Okay, let me just go ahead and get this second. These incense sticks are so like thick sometimes. Whew. Okay, that should be good. Awesome. Yes, Star, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. All right. So you just want to know, will you find work this year? And by that, I'm going to assume you mean for the year of 2021, not the next 12 months. Thank you, Butterfly. So within this year of 2021, you will find work. If you want me to elaborate on that, just let me know. And yeah, as Butterfly said, if you enjoyed your reading, if you're having a good time, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and if you don't want to miss out on my next Lunar Live, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Whew. I feel like I've been sitting all day. I'm just creaky right now. Yeah, so go ahead, put your question star in the chat. DJ, if you want elaboration on that, that's like good news to me, so let me know. And Leah, if you're still hanging out, go ahead and put your question in the chat. And one of the things we've been doing is sharing our holiday weekend plan. So if you're doing anything fun for Labor Day, if you're cooking up anything good, let me know. I'm a Taurus, so I am going to live vicariously through you because of food. But yeah, we've just been sharing some really fun. Oh, did you? Leah, I'm sorry. Let me scroll up. Oh, I see it. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. So you want to know the Pisces feelings and intentions towards you. Three of Cups reversed. Okay. Cups, so let me think about this for a second before I say it. I feel like this person might be leading you on. I don't know if you guys are already together, then I don't see like good intentions there. And I don't know if that, I don't want to go as far as to say cheating, but it could just be like emotionally distant. You could be putting other people before you, stuff like that. And if you guys aren't together, I feel like he's leading you on. So basically he's kind of putting vibes out, but he's not really going to ever act on them. And he'll always choose other people before you. I don't think he has very good intentions overall for any relationship. And let me just double check for you, because I'm still practicing my reversals and my intuition with them. So I just always like to double check just so I don't leave anything out. So 3 of Cups reverse is definitely, it says you may feel excluded or disappointed by another's behavior. So, those intentions are not kosher. And I hate giving disappointing readings, so I am sorry about that. Star, I have you next. Yeah, sorry, Leah. I do wish you luck nonetheless, because you're queen and you deserve somebody who wants you, not to drag you around. So, Star, you want to know what's going to happen between CJ, the Leo, and you, the Libra. I'm just reading here. All right, let's see what is going to happen between you two. It's going to happen between CH. I feel like I said CJ, so sorry. Ooh, 9 of Wands. That's actually really cool, because wands are about like, usually, so I'm actually going to look at this one a little intuitively, because I'm getting different vibes from what 9 of Wands traditionally is. It looks like you have like a journey that's going to go on together, and either wands are about passion and 9s are like fulfillment and usually happiness, stuff like that. And like, just look at all of these flowers blossoming, and I think you guys just have stuff that's going to start to blossom and just explode together. And sometimes that can happen, right? You guys, as after breakups, you have like time away from each other to reflect and become different people on your own. And when you come together, things are finally in sync. So yeah, I see a lot of that. Hey, Autumn, you can go ahead and put your question in the chat. Yeah, DJ, you totally got a yes. So if you want to know specific details about that, so it seems like for 2021 you are gonna find something. I'm not really good at determining like what you're gonna find or anything like that, but if you want to know more details, just let me know. But the good news is you got a yes, so that means, what are we in, September? So in the next few months, I think things are gonna start looking up for you. All right, Autumn, I'm gonna pull up my yes no coin. I don't personally like doing yes or no readings with tarot, so just gonna use my coin for that. All right, Autumn wants to know, will she be in a relationship this fall/winter? Yep, and got a yes for you. But if you want clarification on that answer, totally down. That wasn't like, one and done kind of thing. You're more than welcome to ask some follow-ups on that. Yeah, Xena, your name is so cool, by the way. Xena Maldonado. That is so cool. So yeah, you can totally be at it. Go ahead and put your question in the chat. Sure. So you got a yes to, will you be in a relationship this fall, winter? What do you want to know specifically from that answer? And I'll totally give you pull a card for you. Thank you so much for the subscribe and like. So Xena, after Autumn, possibly, I'll do the same thing. So as I explained, I don't like to do yes no's with tarot. It's just a personal preference, nothing inherently wrong with it. So I'm gonna flip my handy dandy coin, and if you want clarification on that, just let me know. So Xena wants to know if Thomas is serious about her being his girlfriend. So we gotta know. And if you like, we can clarify, just formulate a question off of that so I can give you a nice reading. And you're totally welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you're having a good night. I hope everybody's having a good night. All of my 5 lurkers. Let's get a quick shuffle going. There we go. Okay. Autumn. Okay, so Autumn wants to know, will it be someone you know? So I'm going to do the yes or no coin for you again. Okay, hon? All right. Autumn wants to know, will it be someone she knows? No, it won't. So someone that you are going to be meeting soon, hopefully. And that's probably why, right? So you asked before if you'd be in a relationship this fall, winter, got no. And then it's someone new. So that means you'll probably have to go through the whole, getting to know you phase before actually getting into the relationship. So that kind of makes sense. Xena, you're so welcome. Are you nervous to meet new people, Autumn? If so, I totally relate. I'm always nervous. I'm going to be like, oh, they're going to think I'm like a crazy alien. Leo, go ahead and put your question in the chat. There we go. Sometimes there's some fun in meeting new people. It's just like trying to get this angle right. There we go. I think that's good. I feel like we all think that. Leo, so you want to know, will you get the job at Bring? Is that the name of it? Yes or no coin for that. Yeah, I feel like Autumn, people always think like they're crazy weird, like unacceptably so. But the older I've gotten, I realize, like, it's fun being weird. Like, it's just so boring. Life is too short to be boring. All right. Leo wants to know if he will get the job at Brink. Woo. All right. Got a yes for you. So cool. You will get that job. Ooh, nice. I can't stand job interviews. I feel like I just completely blank out and I'm just like, oh, I don't even know what my name is anymore. But if you are confident and you've had like a good connection with these people, you got this, yes? I think all signs point to yes. Ranger, yeah, totally. Go ahead, put your question in the chat. Yeah, it's a constant reminder, Autumn, right? Like, just remembering, don't sweat the small stuff, enjoy yourself. You know, it's really cliche, but like that meme from the TV show Treat Yourself, that's how I feel like now, especially after a year of COVID and so much loss in the world after Ida, everything. You just have to, life's too short to be unhappy. And yes, so treat yourself, live your life. Okay, so yes or no coin. Hey Stephanie. So for this year, do you mean 2021? Because if so, that's how I'm reading it, not in this next 12 months. So Ranger wants to know if he or she will get fired from work this year. Whew, bad flip, sorry. All right, got a no, so you are looking good to go. Stephanie, go ahead, put your question in the chat. How are you doing today? Okay, great. So yeah, still, we were on the same page with that one. So you gotta know you're good. I feel you're just over there like, hallelujah. Well, I'm glad that's good news. I will say though, you know, the future is uncertain, so be careful and just like don't rock the boat there. Anything that was worrying you in the past, maybe make those changes so they're no longer worries. All right, so Steph, for yes or no, just since you are just joining, I like to use my yes or no coin for that. And then if you want clarification, we can totally pull out the tarot deck for that. So Stephanie wants to know if she can trust Solius, hopefully I said that right, this second time around. I got a no there. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and ask why you can't trust him. Or her. Why can't you trust Solius? Oof, goodness. Being a messy shuffler. Let's try that again. There we go. So, Ten of Pentacles. What's interesting is tens are usually about completion. So, but usually on a good note. So, what I think is happening is that in reference to this no, I think it means that sometimes people can get complacent and they think that, you know, the way things were or how they're always going to be, and it's hard to change people like that. And I think what this 10 of Pentacles is saying is this person is happy with the way things are between you two. So, or how they've always been between you two. So, they're happy with how your dynamic is. And if you weren't happy with that before and they are still happy with that, it's not going to work out. So, yeah, I think if that's the case of your relationship, you never know. So, yeah, let me know, because it's very interesting to get a positive card that is actually in the negative. But yeah, ultimately, I would stick with that no, but at least now you know why. It's not good when people get complacent and like one party is complacent and the other party is wanting to move on or grow or change or whatever. It's just a disbalance there. Oh, go ahead and set them there. Yeah. I feel like if you already have a feeling, this is just confirmation of what you've been feeling, you know? Like, especially if you've been, I mean, I don't like to tell people to break up and, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But, you know, always trust your gut. You always know what's right for you. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Okay. There. Much better. But I wish you luck, because you sound like you know what you want and what you deserve, and I hope you get it. It just might not be with this person. All right. Do we have any final questions? If not, I always like to end my lives with a overall community, like what we should focus on as we go into the weekend. I think it's a great way to end a Friday, right? I usually start with a community reflection, but I was just so excited to be chatting with you guys. All right, let's do a community poll. What to focus on as we go into the weekend. Ranger, sure. Let's do that before I do my reflection. Reshuffle. Yeah, so go ahead and let me know what your question is. Let's see. Ranger wants to know if somebody is in love with him or her. Curious. Yes. Do you have an idea of who it is? Hey, it's random, but happy random Fridays, right? Nope, you're confused. Let's see if it's someone you know. Is it someone Ranger knows? Yeah. And I know this seems like a weird question, but people can know you without you realizing that you know them. I know for a fact it's happened to me. So, yeah. So it's someone that you know. Someone you must deal with frequently enough that they are like ingrained in your memory at least. Haas, thank you for the follow. It is strange, but love is strange too, so, you know. And maybe, you know, I asked if somebody was in love with you, but it's really like intention-wise when I was flipping, I was like, oh, do they have feelings for you? Because love is very strong emotion. So who knows? It could mean that you have a crush, or who knows? All right, let's do our community reflection. When you say that, do you mean like you never thought somebody would? Or you're just surprised to hear that because it was unexpected? Because I feel like we're all like deserving of having someone secretly pine over us, right? I'm sure you're just as pine worthy as anybody else. Ooh, so our community reflection going into the weekend is the Emperor, and I really love this card. So the Emperor is all about that. A lot of people don't like this word, but I really like it. This authoritative, like, take charge kind of energy. And a lot of times people associate the Emperor with like a father figure or someone who is a mentor, someone who is a mentor in their lives. So as you go into the weekend, reflect on those energies, reflect on the people that represent those energies for you. And maybe if you haven't spoken to them in a while, reconnect with them, or just spend some time chatting and growing and learning and doing all of that. If you feel like you are the Emperor in this case, maybe reach out to people that you think might need you. And yeah, so thank you guys for joining, and I was going to try to go all the way to 9, but I admit I'm a little rusty, so your girl is tired. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Again, this was the Prism Tarot, the Prism Visions Tarot. This is the box. And yeah, so I think what I'll do from now on is move my lunar lives up from 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Fridays. So come check me out on Fridays at 7 p.m. And I am going to do my best not to take another month off. All right. Good night, Ranger. Good night, guys. Stay safe this weekend.